Hi guys, so in this lesson, we will be solving problems on how to expand binomials with the use of the Pascal's triangle. So we can use the Pascal's triangle in higher powers of binomials. So remember, if we say binomials, it is a polynomial where there are only two terms. So examples of binomials, we have x plus y, x minus 2, AB plus 2C. So, these are some of the examples of a binomial. So, if we have problems like these in a higher power, for example, we have to the power of 4, or has an exponent of 5 or 7, so we can use now the Pascal's triangle because there is no special product when it comes to higher powers. We only have the square and cube of a binomial under the special products. If you don't want to use the Pascal's triangle coefficients for the expansion, you can always use the long method. Long method meaning, so for example, in this one, for the x plus y raised to 4, you can multiply this as x plus y times x plus y times x plus y times x plus y. So it is a binomial where we multiply it 4 times by itself, right? So you can do multiply first this 2. Then if you have the product, you can multiply it with the third one. Then if you have multiplied the 3 binomials, you can multiply it with the last binomial. So you can use the long method. Same thing with this one, but you will multiply it by 5 times. For this example, you will be multiplying it by 7 times. So that will be taking a lot of time. So if you want to use the Pascal's triangle to lessen your time, we have this for expansion of the binomial. So what we need to know about the Pascal's triangle. So from the word triangle, we will be forming a triangle for the coefficient of the expanded form. So first, we will write 1 at the top of our triangle. So this is for binomial. So let's say x plus y with an exponent equal to 0. Because remember, any number or variable with an exponent equal to 0 will always result to 1. So we have this 1 at the top of the triangle. Then for the second layer, we will copy the 1 and again 1 for the outer. So you will see it look like a triangle already. So for this second layer, this is for a binomial with an exponent equal to 1. So if we distribute the exponent or if we expand this, this is also equal to x plus y. So if you will see, x has an imaginary coefficient of 1, y has an imaginary coefficient of 1. So this 1 for x and 1 for y, came from here. So we have here 1, 1. So this is the Pascal's triangle coefficient for expansion. So this triangle will tell us the coefficient for our expanded form. So how about for the third row, or if we have a binomial with a power of 2? So if you remember the square of a binomial, the expanded form of this is x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. So our coefficient here is 1, then this 2, then we also have here 1. So if we will be going back to our triangle, so we will write again 1 for the outer, same with this one. Then for the middle term, we will going to add the two terms found at the top of our lower layer. So here, 1 plus 1. So that is equal to 2. So that is where the coefficient of this expanded 4 came from. 1 to 1. So for the third one, so if we have x plus y raised to 3, so we expect we have a coefficient of 1, then 1 plus 2, so that is 3, 2 plus 1, so this is again 3, then we bring down 1 at the last term. So if you remember the cube of a binomial, this is x cubed plus 3x squared y plus 3x y squared plus y cubed. So if we will check its coefficient, we have here 1, the imaginary 1, we have here 3, we have here 3 again, and again, imaginary 1. So it is the same with our Pascal's coefficient. So for higher powers like 4, we can use again the Pascal's triangle, because if we only have a power of 2 and power of 3, we can still use the special product. But how about if we have higher degrees na, like raised to 4? So if we have x plus y raised to 4, so our coefficient will be 1. So 1 plus 3, that is 4. 3 plus 3, that is 6. 3 plus 1, that is 4. Then we bring down 1. So for us to use that in the expanded form, if we have this example x plus y raised to 4, remember the one we use when with regards to the exponents. So we will copy the coefficient, so that is 1. We can write 1, or later if we're writing the final answer, we can remove the 1 for the coefficient. So 1, then for the first term, which is x, we will need to raise that to 4. Then for the y, that will be going to 0, raised to 0. Because remember, the sum of the exponents of the two terms should be equal to the degree of that binomial, which is 4. Then next, so that is plus, we copy the coefficient 4. Then the first term x raised to 3, because we need to subtract from the first one. So 4 minus 1, so that is 3. Then the second term, which is y, now we need to add 1. So from 0, it will become 1. 3 plus 1, that is still equal to 4. Then next, we have the third term with a coefficient of 6 from the Pascal triangle. So 6 times x raised to 2, then y raised to 2. So checking, 2 plus 2, that is still equal to 4. So we are correct at that point. Then next, we have the fourth term with a coefficient of 4. So from here, so we have 4x raised to 1, then y raised to 3. Then for the last term, we have an imaginary 1. So that is x raised to 0, then y raised to 4. So that is what we are going to do with regards to the exponent. So double check, the exponent of the two terms should be equal. So the sum of the exponent of the two terms should be equal to the degree of the binomial for the expansion. So we will going to follow this pattern for the succeeding degree. So for the binomial with a degree of 5, we have coefficient 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. So if you will notice, if it is raised to 5, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 terms. So if we have exponent equal to 4, we have 5 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you will count this, this should be 5 terms. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if we want to continue this, if we have x plus y raised to 6, so that will become 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. So that will be our coefficient for the expanded form of our binomial if we have a degree equal to 6. We have here our first example for the expansion of binomial using Pascal's triangle. So we have 2x squared plus 3x raised to 5. So here we have a binomial with two different terms, of course. So we have the 2x squared and the 3x. So these are unlike terms. So this is considered as binomial, and we have the degree equal to 5. So we cannot use the special products because we only have the square and cube of a binomial. So automatic, what we can use here is the help of the Pascal's triangle for a shorter method, but you can always try to use the long method by multiplying the binomial by itself 5 times. But again, that will take time. So we can use the Pascal's triangle. So if we do not yet memorize the coefficients of degree equal to 5 from the Pascal's triangle, we can always rewrite the Pascal's triangle. So we start at 1, then 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1, 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. So this is 4 degrees equal to 5. So this from the top, this is 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will going to use these coefficients for the expanded form of the binomial. So I'll be rewriting it here at the top. So we have 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. So I'm going to erase this one. So we can use the space for our solution of the expansion. There. So we can start. So let's copy first the first coefficient, which is 1. Then we multiply it by the first term, which is 2x squared with a degree of 5. So we'll start with the highest degree, which is 5. Then following our solution for the previous problem, we can write 3x raised to 0. Because remember, if we're dealing with binomials, the exponent of the two terms should be equal. If you total, the exponent of the two terms should be equal to the degree of that binomial, or for the expansion we need for the binomial. In this case, we have 5. So 5 plus 0, that is 5. And remember that any number or variable raised to 0, this is always equal to 1. So we can write this as 1, or if you know the concept, we can remove this na, or we can skip writing this na. Then next, so we are done with the first term. We proceed with the second, which is 5. So we will copy the 5 as the coefficient of the second term. Then that will become 2x squared raised to, so 5 minus 1. So this will become 4. So for the first term, the exponent is decreasing by 1. For the second term, the exponent should be increasing by 1. So from 0 to 1. So if we add 4 plus 1, that is still equal to 5. Then next, we have the third term with a coefficient of 10. So that is 10, 2x squared. So this is now 3. Then we have 3x raised to 2. Then we proceed with the next coefficient, which is 10. Then 2x squared raised to 2. 3x raised to 3. So check your exponents and the coefficients if it's still correct. Then we proceed with the second to the last term, which is 5. So we have 2x squared raised to 1. 3x raised to 4. And for the last one, we have the imaginary one here, or the 1, times 2x squared raised to 0. Because the previous is 1 already, so this will become 0. Then the second term, 3x raised to 5. So again, the terms with an exponent equal to 0, that is automatic equal to 1. Same with this one. So let's simplify our answer. So 2 raised to 5, that is equal to 32. So 32 times 1, that is still 32. Then x, so we have here x squared raised to 5. So by index loss, that will multiply. So 2 times 5, that will become 10. So we are now okay with the first term. Next, with the second term, we have plus, so 2 raised to 4. 2 raised to 4, that is, wait, I'll be writing it one by one na lang. So 2 raised to 4 times 5 times 3. So that is 15. Then for the x exponent, for the x variable, so x squared times 4. So that is x raised to 8. Then we have here another x. So that is x raised to 9. So again, this is done. For the next term, we have 2 raised to 3. So that is 8. That is 8. Then we have here the 10 coefficient. 10. 3 raised to 2. So that is 9. So I'm just writing the coefficient first, then let's multiply it later. Then for the x variable, so we have here x squared raised to 3, so that is x raised to 6. And this one we have x raised to 2. So x raised to 6 times x raised to 2, so that is 6 plus 2 equal to 8. So we're done here. Next, we have the next term. So we have the 10 coefficient times 2 raised to 2. So that is 4. Then the other one, 3 raised to 3. So that is 27. Then for the x variable, x squared times 2. So that is x raised to 4. While the other have an exponent of x raised to 3. So 4 plus 3, that is x raised to 7. So we're okay with this one. So for the next one, we have, so 5. Here 5. Then this one is 2 raised to 1. So that is 2. 3 times 3 raised to 4, that is 81, or we can write 3 raised to 4 muna here. 3 raised to 4. Then for the x variable, so this is x squared raised to 1, so that is 2. Then the other one, x raised to 4, so 2 plus 4, that is 6. So we're good with this one. Then we proceed with the last term, plus, so we have the 1, imaginary 1. Then this is also equal to 1. 3 raised to 5. So that is 3 raised to 5. Then our variable, x raised to 5. So we're done with the last term. So next, let's proceed with the next step. So for the first term, we need to copy it as is. So 32x raised to 10. For this next, we have a positive, so plus. So 2 raised to 4, that is 16. 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16. So that is 16 times 15. That is equal to 240. Then we copy the variable x raised to 9. I'll just cross out the terms we're done with. Then next, again that is positive. So 10 times 8, that is 80 times 9, that is 720. So 720, then the variable x raised to 8. The next, we have 10 times 4, that is 40 times 27, so that is 1080. Then the variable x raised to 7. Next, 3 raised to 4, that is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, so that is 81 times 10, so that is 810. Then the variable x raised to 6. Then we have the last term. So 3 raised to 5, that is 81 times 3. So that is 243 x raised to 5. Now, double check if there are like terms. So this is x raised to 10, x raised to 9, raised to 8, raised to 7, raised to 6. Then the last one is raised to 5. So by checking, these are all unlike terms. No need to combine because there are no like terms. So meaning this is our final answer for this number. I hope everyone gets this number using Pascal's triangle. Next, we have another example here. So in this case, we have a minus sign between the two binomials and it is raised to 6. So if we will use or continue the Pascal's triangle a while ago, our last coefficient is 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. So this is what we use from the previous example. So this is when we have n or the exponent 5. So if we have an exponent equal to 6, we continue this one. So this is 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. So this is what we are going to use now for this expansion. So I'll be writing it here. 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. There. So let's check our coefficients if it's correct for the given exponent of the binomial. Now we proceed with our process. So for the first coefficient, we have the 1, then x raised to 6. Then, so if we have a minus operation, we can use that as the sign of the second term. So that will become negative 2 raised to 0. Then we still use the plus sign for all the terms. Then proceed with the next one. We have the 6 coefficient of the second term. X raised to 5, negative 2 raised to 1, then plus 15, so this is 15, x raised to 4, negative 2 raised to 2, plus, this is 20, x raised to 3, negative 2 raised to 3, plus 15, x raised to 2, negative 2 raised to 4, plus the second to the last, 6x raised to 1, negative 2 raised to 5, plus 1, x raised to 0, then negative 2 raised to 6. So next, we need to simplify our answer. So for the first one, so this is automatic equal to 1. So that is equal to 1. So 1 times 1, so that is 1. Then we will be left with the variable x raised to 6. So x raised to 6. So we're done with the first term. Next, the second one. So take note with the signs. So this is positive 6, positive x. Then we have negative 2 raised to 1. So remember, any negative number raised to odd exponent will be equal to negative. So we will write here the negative sign. So we have 2 times 6, so that is 12. Then our variable is x, which is raised to 5, so that is x raised to 5. So we're done with this one. Next, for the third term, so again, we multiply first the coefficients. So negative 2 raised to 2, so that will become positive 4. Then 4 times 15, so that is positive 60. So positive 60. For the variable, so x raised to 4, so that is x raised to 4. So we're good with this one. Next, for the fourth one, so we have here negative 2 raised to 3, so that is negative, right? Kasi it's odd number. So negative, wait, I'll write the negative sign. So negative, then 2 raised to 3 is 8. Then we need to multiply it by 20, so that is 160. Then our variable x raised to 3, so that is x raised to 3. So this is good. So next, we have negative 2 raised to 4. So this will result to a positive answer. So I'll be writing positive here. So 2 raised to 4 is 16. Then 16 times 15 is 240. So 240. Then x raised to 2. So that is x squared. So very good with this one. Then we have the next one. So negative 2 raised to 5. So this will result to a negative answer because it is odd. So I'll be writing the negative sign. Then, so 2 raised to 5 is 32. So this is 32 times 6. So that is 192. Then for our variable, we only have x raised to 1. So that is x. Then for the last one, so negative 2 raised to 6. So that will result to a positive 1. So that positive term, I mean, so that is positive. So negative 2 or 2 raised to 6 is equal to 64. And our variable has an exponent of 0. So this is equal to 1. So we only have a constant for our last term. So this is 64. So please check if we need to combine terms to simplify further our answer. If there are no like terms, so in this case we have x raised to 6, then we have x raised to 5, raised to 4, raised to 3, raised to 2, raised to 1, and a constant. So there are no like terms. So meaning, this is our final answer for this item. So if you notice the sign, if we have a positive first term, so if we have a positive first term and a negative second term, the sign of the final answer will be positive, negative alternately. So we have here positive 6, negative 12, positive 60, negative 160, positive 240, negative 192, and positive 64. So it is like when we have the cube of a binomial in a form of x minus y. So we have there, diba, positive 1, negative, then positive, then negative. So this is same if we have a minus sign between the terms. So I hope this example is good to everyone.